around us, the vibrations around us become positive and help us in our path and a journey for happiness and health. Meeting is important. Yeah, let's start with the prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The meaning of this prayer is, may we all be protected, may we all be nourished, may we all work together with a great energy and with our intellect together, and both of us working together should be effective, and may there be no animosity between us. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ये इधर से ये स्विच एक बार करना रहेगा उनको. हाँ, he will have to switch. वो दोनों simultaneously on है. हाँ, okay. So let us start with the loosening practice, as I had mentioned, with the neck bending. Now you have to understand, friend, that neck bending, we are going to use Om, the basic mantra of Om, into our practice, divided into A, O, M, Akara, Ukara, Makara. So we will use the Makara vibration to massage the nape of the neck when we are performing our loosening practice. First, when I'll just show you first time how to do the 2 steps. There are 6 steps in it. First 2 steps I will demonstrate, and then we will perform all the 6 steps together. So kindly observe, stand straight. If you want to sit, you can just sit. If there is any knee arthritis or anything, you can sit and do this practice. So you're standing and your head is straight. As you are exhaling, you have to say Makara and look down and leave your neck loose and massage the nape of the back. Please observe. Inhale. Inhale, center. Inhale, center, and then exhale left and then right, and then twist on the left and twist on the right. So these are 6 steps. We will all do it together now. Can start. Keep your head straight. Inhale. As you exhale, Makara, and massage the nape. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, turn on the right. Massage the left side of the neck. Inhale, come onto the center. Exhale onto the left. Massage on the right side of the neck, the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, bend on the right. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale on the left. Inhale, come to the center. Keep a gentle smile on your face. Remember never to leave smile from your face. You all are smile merchants. So if you want to sell smile, you better become a wholesaler of smile. Keep a lot of smiles in your bag. Okay. Am I audible? Everybody could understand this? Doctor?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we'll go to
Yes,
the
ma'am.
second. We'll go to the second loosening practice. That is the trunk movement, the Kati Shakti Vikasa. So the earlier one, you are supposed to do 3 rounds of all 6 sessions. We are going to perform one part today, but when you are doing your daily practice, you can do 3 rounds at one time. And this is something you could do anytime in between your clinical work also. So when you are doing certain patients, you can relax your neck, and when you're sitting on your dental stool in between patients, you can do this exercises. So that is why this session is specifically targeted for dentists. What we can do, incorporate these things daily into daily life, so that this stress which is built up in the neck get dissipated and relax. So we are learning to do our work in a relaxed fashion, but with awareness. This is what we are training ourselves into. The mind has to be trained. Okay. Now the second I'm going to show is the loosening exercise for the Kati Shakti Vikasa for the side of your and the shoulder and the hand side. So I will demonstrate it one. Then we will do 5 rounds together. So keep both the hands parallel onto your chest, onto the floor. And we will start all our exercise from the right side first and the left side second. So this will be a rule we will follow during all our asanas and exercise. So you keep your hands parallel onto the floor, onto your chest. And as you exhale, you twist. So inhale, exhale. Inhale in the center, exhale. Inhale in the center. Feel the twist on the lateral and side of your body. This will help in releasing the de-stressing all the spinal areas and the side muscles. So let us do this particular loosening exercise 5 times. Everybody, you can sit and do this exercise as well. You can stand and do it. Okay. So both the hands parallel onto the floor, onto the chest. As you exhale, follow me. Inhale. Left side. Exhale. 1. Exhale. Center. Inhale. Left side. Exhale. Right side. Exhale. Inhale, center. Left side, exhale. Inhale, center. This is 4th round, and now last round. So this will release all the stresses from all the lateral side and the chest side and the back of your body. We will now look at the third part, that is the knee part, where we want to strengthen these areas, but we want to begin by relaxing first. So all the now I'm addressing to a very common group over here with mixed medical health. So I would like to advise all who have got severe arthritis or knee problem to not do certain exercises. I will be keeping on warning. Anybody who has had a sciatica problem or a lower back problem are advised not to do the front bending asanas or exercise. Mensurating girls should not be doing the twisting exercise that we would be doing. high BP doctors should not be bending forward and doing certain exercise. So that personally you have to be careful when we are performing this, because I'm not able to see you all. Yeah. So now we'll do the third exercise of the knee movement. You keep both your, I will demonstrate first, then we will follow this 5 rounds together. This is demonstration. You keep both your hands parallel to the floor, both the legs together. And as you exhale, you bend down so that your thighs are parallel to the floor as well. So your hands are parallel and your thighs are parallel to the floor. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. So now, friends, we will do this together 5 times. 1. Both your hands parallel to the floor. Gently exhale. Come into a position so that your thighs are parallel to the floor. Inhale, come up. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Yes? Am I with everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now we will go on to a third part. That is, we will be doing the asanas. So you have loosened your body. Now we will start with the standing postures of the asanas. In that we will be covering 4 asanas today. Tadasana, Vrukshasana, and Ardha Chakrasana and Trikonasana. So let us do the Tadasana. In asanas, my dear friends, I would like to say certain things which is normally not covered into a yoga class, or generally people are not aware. So why asanas are different from exercise? This is not just a physical activity. There is a mental, the Manomay Kosh is also getting trained and involved in this. The Pranamay Kosh, that is the pranayam, the breath is also getting involved in it. And obviously your intellect is in place where you are doing everything with awareness and intelligence. And yes, the most important, Anandamay Kosh, you are really happy to be doing this. That is the basic nature of all the souls. So that's how all the 5 koshas are getting enriched and enlivened when you're doing this yogasana. So it's one of the limbs of Patanjali, but you have to incorporate in such a way that it is enriching all the 5 koshas. It is just not 1, 2, 1, 2 exercise. Yeah, so our breath is also involved in it. Our mind is also involved. Our intelligence is involved, and happiness is coming to us as a gift. So let us start. And all these asanas should never be done with a very jerky movement. Imagine you listening to an opera music. So when that is playing and you're just swaying, it's so beautiful and so relaxing. Your yogasana movement should be very, very relaxed and very musical for that matter. It should be musical to your eyes and ears. So that's how the asanas are supposed to be, not like 1, 2, stiff, this, that. No, that is not the way asanas are to be done. You have to enjoy the process, you have to feel it, and you have to let it flow. So this beautiful energy which is created has to be allowed to flow. You can't hold water, right? Water, when it flows, झरना से पानी गिरता है तो वो सुंदर लगता है, और जो म्यूजिक भी उसकी आती है, कल 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 जो म्यूजिक आती है वो बहुत ही मधुर होती है और कानों को बहुत प्रिय लगती है. So you have to create that for yourself when you're doing these asanas. Okay, so let us start with Tadasana, which is in the standing position. Tad, as the name suggests, is replicating Tad, that is the tree or mountain. So we have to take the pose of the mountain. I'll first demonstrate, then we will do this asana 2 times. Okay, and when we are at the final step of each asana that I'll be showing, we will hold it to the count of 10, that is 10 seconds, or I will count it for you. So you are going to be in that sthiti and enjoy that moment. Okay, I will demonstrate now. So intertwine both your hands together. Inhale. Am I seen? Am I seen completely?
Yes, ma'am. You are.
So intertwine both the hands together. Inhale. Take your hands up your shoulders. As you exhale, twist your hand upward and raise yourself from the heel of your leg. Look straight. Do not close your eyes. And to the count of 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently exhale. Get your hand back into position and your heel also can be touching the floor again. This is 1 round. Keep a smile on your face. Okay, so we all will do this asana 2 times. Anybody who has arthritis or have been operated recently should avoid this practice. Anybody having vertigo should be avoiding this practice. This asana will make your heels, legs, ankles stronger, and also it will stretch the spinal cord area. All these areas will be relaxed. Your focus, your alertness will improve. So bring your both the hands together, intertwine it. Inhale, gradually bring both the hands above your shoulders. Exhale, turn your palm upward and rise your heel from the floor. Count of 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Normal breathing during the sthiti. Gently exhale. Bring your hands back down. Unwind the hand and your legs straight. This is 1 round. We will do it once more. Intertwine both your hands together. Inhale. Bring both your hands, upper arm touching the ears. Exhale. Face your palm upward. Be in this happy sthiti for 10 seconds. Holding this improves the blood circulation, your alertness, your concentration. 8, 9, 10. Exhale and gradually bring your hand back to normal sthiti. So this is Tadasana. You can do this 3 to 5 rounds when you are doing your entire session. Now we will go on to Vrukshasana. Vrukshasana is also, as the name suggests, that you are replicating a tree. The final sthiti, you will be replicating like a tree. So all the goodness of the tree, you have to pray. You have to be in the praying mode and in the connecting mode. You have to understand that trees are also living beings and they are sharing your respiratory system. You are sharing your respiratory system with this planet. So it's not that your breathing is completed only through your own lungs. The tree is equally part of your breathing system. The oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange which takes place through their lungs is connected with you. So we are all intertwined. So we have to be praying and we have to be positive and we have to be happy to be coming up in the stage of tree and enjoy and feel all the goodness what the tree enjoys in this sthiti. These are the bhav which should be incorporated. So when the same thing as I explained you earlier, asanas are different from exercise because it involves a lot of emotional and intelligence incorporated into it. So when I demonstrate first the Vrikshasana for you, so you are going to stand straight. Yeah. So take your right leg. We will always start with the right side first. Take your right leg and put it onto the inner side of the left thigh. The foot, the heel should be touching the perineum. I'll demonstrate it. And just a minute. Talking and doing together. As you inhale, your hands going up and your palms touching. Get a beautiful smile on your face. Hold it to the count of 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have to come down. Yeah, we will do a pair right and a left pair together. So come in the standing sthiti, both your hands next to your body. Inhale and take your right leg and put it on the inner thigh of the left leg into the perineum. Gradually, as you inhale, come into the Namaskar Mudra, joining the, I will just do now, because while talking, I'm not able to concentrate. This particular asana is for improving the concentration and keep your eyes open. It should not be done if you have arthritis or vertigo. And hold it to the count of, wait, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you exhale, come down. Your hands next to your body. Now we will take the left leg. Inhale, put the left leg. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This particular asana will improve the neuromuscular coordination of your body. Again, the stretching of the spinal cord takes place. Your heel, the ankle, all become stronger. Your hips and thighs become stronger. Now we will go further. You can do this asana 3 times when you are doing it, 3 times a pair. Now we will look into Ardha Chakrasana. Ardha Chakrasana, as the name suggests, is half cartwheel. So we will perform this asana. Stand straight. Keep both the hand either fingers facing upward or downward, whichever place you are comfortable, and support the lower back. As you inhale, you have to bend at the lower back or the lumbar region. Normal breathing. Hold. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you inhale, come into normal straight position and both the hands next to your body. This Ardha Chakrasana is again very, very good for developing the flexibility of the back. We as dentists are continuously straining and putting a lot of stretch on our back. So this particular Ardhasana will relieve the stresses induced in the back and the flexibility is improved. We are continuously doing the asanas which will keep on strengthening the back muscle, the core muscle, the side muscle, as well as the flexibility of the spinal cord is improved. This asana also improves the breathing, the lung capacity, because when you're bending backward, all your lungs are opening up. So again, a very, very effective asana in these trying times of COVID. People who should not be doing is whoever has a vertigo problem, people with hypertension should be doing it with a lot of care, and you should be in a position to have the balance when you're doing it. And anyone having a ear issue should not be doing this. So we shall do this asana once, Ardha Chakrasana. Both the hands at the side of the body. Inhale, bring both the hands, the palm, fingertips facing forward and supporting the lower back. As you inhale, move backward, bend at the lumbar region. Normal breathing. Hold it to the count of 10. Normal breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, come in the standing position. Gently bring both the hands at the side of the body. Please maintain a beautiful smile on your face. Remember, you all are the smile merchants. Carry a lot of smiles in your kitty. So to sell smile, you have to showcase it. You are supposed to do this Ardha Chakrasana 3 times when you are doing in the session. Chakrasana is the wheel, so there are a lot of variations to this asana. There is Chakrasana, there is Ardha Kati Chakrasana, this is Ardha Chakrasana. So all these asanas are there around you. You just have to keep on adding a few in your kitty and doing it. Now we will follow further is the Trikonasana. Again, a very, very important asana for us because it strengthens the lateral or the side muscles for us, and the flexibility of our body is improved because as dentists, when we are working on the patient, we are just bending randomly and suddenly we are going backward and doing some work of ours without realizing the strain what our body is put into it. But if our body is used to these beautiful twists and turns, it will start enjoying it rather than feeling stressed when we are working. So let us now do, I will demonstrate once the Trikonasana. As the name suggests, it is forming a triangular shape of the body. This asana is very, very good for general flexibility of the body. Again, it improves the digestion. It strengthens the thigh muscle, the hip joints, and the spinal cord is stretched. Patients with hypertension should be avoiding this particular asana. And whoever is having vertigo should be avoiding this asana. So bring both the leg, the 2 feet distance between both the legs, okay? And your right hand, we will be always be doing the right side first. So the right hand, you will be bending gently and touching the foot of the right leg. So everybody, if you cannot go and touch the right foot directly, go gently and reach till the place that you can. Do not force and stress yourself into bending and touching the floor. You should do how much ever your body allows. Gradually the flexibility improves and you can do it. But you should never do any asana forcefully. Just do till the stage where your body is relaxing and enjoying. Yes? So we will start. Bring both the hands parallel to the floor. Gently bend and you will touch the floor. You will look at the left leg fingertips. The knees of the legs are not bending. Hold it to the count of 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gradually look down. Then you have to come up. And your hands together and come into the standing sthiti again. Then second pair, when you want to do on the left side, again go put your leg 2 feet distance again. And for the left side, you keep both the hands parallel to the floor. Gradually, as you exhale, you touch the floor and then you look upward at the tip of the fingers of your right hand. Feel the entire stretch onto the inner part of the thighs. Feel the beautiful stretch onto the right side of the body, onto your neck muscles. Count of 10 and gradually come into sthiti. Let us now do this asana together, Trikonasana. Again, this asana is very good for diabetes because it causes the twist and activates the pancreas and improves the digestion. So you keep 2 feet distance in the leg. We will do the right side first. Normal breathing. Inhale, bring both your hands parallel to the floor. As you exhale, gently go as much as you can. If you cannot touch the floor, go only till this area. Keep your knees not bent but straight. Touch the floor and then look upward. The tip of your left hand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Hands parallel to the floor. Both the legs together. Now we will do the left side. 2 feet distance between both the legs. Inhale, rise both the hands parallel to the floor. Exhale and bend on the left. Do not bend your knees. Touch the left side palm onto the floor. Twist your head gently and look at the tip of your palm of the right hand. Count of 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently exhale and come into position and release and come in the standing position. You can do 3 sets of these when you are practicing your yogasanas. So we have friends covered all the standing asanas for now. Now we will go to the sitting asana. That is again Bhadrasan. This is a very, very beautiful and easily done asana. This improves the digestion of the body, activates all the health of the abdominal body parts. The flexibility of the hip joint, opening of the hip joint is improved. Patient with back problem, with sciatica problem, extreme sciatica should not be doing this asana, but people with lower back problem, this particular asana is helpful. So I will demonstrate it once. This is the Bhadrasan. Come into the Sthiti Dandasan, where both the legs are placed. Okay, this is okay. Yeah, where both the legs are stretched and kept straight. So now this is the relaxed position. You can just from standing position, if you are coming into the sitting position, should not come with a jerk. You should gently sit like this and hang your head loose onto your shoulders and relax for say 30 seconds. You should enjoy your asanas. Do not make it a strainful and a stressful thing. You should be enjoying this activity with a spine. So always keep a spine. So you will have to practice to get the smile on your face repeatedly. After that, it will become a habit. Yes. So now you're coming into Sthiti. I'm demonstrating the Bhadrasan. So both the legs you will gently both the legs you will gently join at the sole and bring it as close to the perineum of the body. Keep your back straight, and with the help of both your palms, you will hold onto the sole of your foot, and now you will move both the legs touching onto the floor. This is Bhadrasan, a very, very effective asana for the digestive system. So you will be counting 10 when you are swinging your legs, touching onto the floor. If at all you cannot touch onto the floor, do not stretch yourself. If your legs are like this, it is okay. You can do only this way. Okay. So gradually the flexibility will improve, but do not try to, try to press in onto you don't need to do that way. You just need to enjoy your asanas. So feel like a bird playing and enjoy. Again, a very, very effective asana, easily done. Keep your back straight. So now we will do this together to the count of 10. Stretch both your legs straight. As you inhale, bring both the sole of the foot together. Hold it, intertwine your hand, hold it, touch your perineum, and you can move to the count of 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we can continue to do this for a few rounds as how much you are comfortable and enjoying. This is again, you are relaxing in between. Now we will go further and do Ushtrasan. Ushtrasan, this is Ardha Ushtrasan or Purna Ushtrasan, whichever you are flexible or comfortable with, we will be doing. I will be demonstrating first, then we will be all doing this together once. Yes? Okay. So we will demonstrate right now Ushtrasan. Come into Vajrasan Sthiti. So you fold both the legs at the knees together like this. You raise onto your knees. Ardha Ushtrasan is either you keep your hands here, or in Purna Ushtrasan, you keep both the hands at the heel. So we will keep today at the lower back. So you support your lower back, and as you inhale, you go back. Count of 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can keep your eyes open, and as you're exhaling back and coming into this position, I made use of the mantra Akara of the Omkara mantra. So when you are releasing all the energy, that energy disperses in all the aura around you, Akara. And it opens up your chest. It will come into Vajrasana position. It opens up your chest, so improves your breathing. It improves the blood circulation to on your brain and head. And this asana is again very, very good for your digestive system. It strengthens your knees and thighs and hip joints. Plus the flexibility of the lower back is improved. People who should not be doing Ardha Ustrasana or Ustrasana are pregnant ladies or menstruating ladies or patients with vertigo problem should not be doing this particular asana. So we will do this together. Come into the sitting Dandasana Sthiti. Let us start. Come into Vajrasana position. Fold both your legs at the knees. Gently sitting position onto the knees. Support the lower back with the help of your palms, fingers. As you exhale, go back, go how much ever you're comfortable with. Now at the in normal breathing, count of 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale at Akara. Gently put both your hands parallel to your body. As you exhale, come in the sitting position of Vajrasana and open up your legs one by one. You can do this set 3 times. Now we'll go for further asana, that is the Shashankasana. Shashankasana is, as the name suggests, rabbit pose. So this will cool off your brain and it will remove the anxiety and stress from your body. I will demonstrate once with you. Then we will go on to the Vakrasana. I'll just demonstrate the Shashankasana with you all today. And we will go on to further Vakrasana. So you are keeping both your legs onto the floor, parallel to the floor. Come into the Vajrasana Sthiti. You bend downward and slide your hands forward onto the floor with your head touching the floor. Normal breathing till count of 10. And as you inhale, come into sitting position. That is, you are replicating a rabbit. So the coolness of the rabbit is coming into your body. We will go on to Vakrasana further, which we will be demonstrating and doing. Again, Vakrasana is a very, very good asana for diabetic. It stimulates the pancreas for the release of insulin, and also the digestive system, all the abdominal muscles, they get activated. So in Vakrasana, you are going to twist your lower back and the upper back. That's how the name comes as Vakrasana. So both the legs parallel, placed straight onto the floor. We will do the right leg first, as I had told you. So gently hold your right leg close to the left leg knees. Then the right side shoulder, you will twist and put across the right side leg. And the right side hand is supporting at the back. And as you exhale, you are twisting. Hold it into this sthiti to the count of 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, come into straight position. Release your left hand, your right hand, and glide your right leg back into Dandasana Sthiti. Yes, we will do this right leg pair and left leg pair once. Let us start with the asana, Asana Vakrasana, both the legs straight. As you inhale, bring your leg close to your body. You can take it as close as till your perineum also. Either you can keep it close to your knee joint, or you can glide it as close to your body near the perineum. And your left hand twist, exhale, and look at the back. Entirely the lower back is twisted. Hold it to the count of 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, come into straight position. Release both your hands. Glide your right leg back into position. Similarly, we will do the left leg. So, gently glide your left leg against the right leg. You can keep it in the perineum. The right hand twist, exhale, and look back. Normal breathing. Keep a smile on your face. Enjoy this sthiti. These are all samadhi sthithis that you are able to get. So dharana, dhyan, samadhi, which is a part of the 8 limbs, is actually experienced in each asana every time. 9, 10. Release your hands. Glide your leg together straight. Friends, you can do these pairwise 3 times. Now we will further go on to the supine position and the prone position asana. Sitting position asanas, we did 4 of them today. Now we'll go further. Again, a very, very important, easily done Bhujangasana. You might have heard about Bhujangasana very often, but again, it's very effective asana. It makes your lower back muscles flexible, improves the breathing, open up the chest, and patients with lower back pain problem should be practicing this asana. Very, very effective and good one. Who should not be doing, who has got immediately some surgery done, the abdominal surgery done, or a pregnant woman, they should be avoiding this asana. I will demonstrate first. Bhujangasana is, Bhujang as you know is a cobra, name of the Bhujang asana. So you are taking the pose of the hood of the cobra. So when you're doing this, you have to get the bhav of cobra, the Aishwarya bhav, when you are into the final sthiti. So let that come into your mind and in your face with a smile. Get that Aishwarya bhav when you are doing Bhujangasana. Again, all these bhav, they will get incorporated in you and is very, very helpful and effective. So now we will be doing in the supine prone position. So we are going to gently come into the lying down position. First you are in the lying down position and then you are turning and come into the prone position. Bring both the hands close to your chest. As you inhale, rise up from the lower abdominal area and the elbows of your hand have to be straightened. Look up, feel the stretch. Count of 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently exhale. Rest your chin onto the floor. Both the hands next to the floor. We shall do this together now. Come into the prone position. Bring both the hands close to your chest, palm facing the floor. As you inhale, rise up from the abdomen. Feel the stretch from abdomen till the neck. Look upward. Count of 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently as you exhale, support your chin onto the floor. Gently put both the hands next to your body. This Bhujangasana you should do 3 times. 3 times you can do this asana. There is variation also in it. Bhujangasana should be followed by Makrasana. So when you are in the relaxed sthiti, bring both your hands together. Take a rest of the elbow onto the floor. Support your chin with the palms together. So this is like Makrasana relaxation. So you are behaving like a crocodile. Remember, as children, we would lie down in this position and read comics. This was a very common position all children take because this is a naturally relaxing position. So we used to take this posture unknowingly, but because it used to cause relaxation to the entire body's structure. So this is Makrasana. You can just relax like that. So all your body parts will be very happy about it. Just lying still like a crocodile in breathing. If you go to see a pond full of crocodile, you will see hundreds of crocodiles lying still, absolutely still. They do not move and we start wondering whether they are alive or not. And suddenly there's very mild, gentle movement. That's how crocodiles are, always at ease and relaxed. But always they are alert and with awareness. If there is any prey which comes into their vicinity or proximity, they'll immediately snap and get the prey. But otherwise they are very relaxed, but with awareness. So this is what we want to incorporate. You see all these animals and living beings around us, try to incorporate their positivities. What are their positive values into our lives? That is what yoga is. We will go into further supine position asana. So in prone position, we have covered only Makrasana and Bhujangasana. There are multiple more asanas, but with the scope of this presentation today, I have incorporated the important ones and a bit of universal ones, which could be taught and incorporated easily. Let us go on to the Setu Bandhasana. As the name suggests, Setu Bandhasan is a bridge asana. So this is a very, very good asana for we dentists, where our lower back has to be relieved from stress and our muscles have to be strengthened now. Our lungs have to be improved in their capacity. Our posture has to be improved, and also the relaxation of the neck has to be taken care of. So this is all in one asana, Setu Bandhasan, which will take care of all the issues we as dentists are facing. So this can be, I'll demonstrate it once, then we all will do it together. So you are all in the supine position. See, in the lying down position, gently glide both your sole close to your body at the knee level, and you raise, you hold both the heels with your leg, and you will raise the lower abdominal part and the back. Take support of the shoulders and the neck, and normal breathing. This is the bridge. This is the bridge which is formed. Count of 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently exhale. Come back onto the floor. Glide your legs straight. Now we shall do it together. All of you all together, lying down position. Bring both the hands close to your body. Gently, as you inhale, glide your leg, touch your hips until the knee. With both your hands, touch your heels. As you exhale, rise the middle part of the body away from the floor. Now normal breathing, normal exhalation, inhalation. You don't need to hold your breath. We'll be doing to the count of 10. Patients with hernia, immediate abdominal surgeries, peptic ulcer should avoid this particular asana. Patient with lower back should be doing this asana. 9, 10. As you exhale, rest your body back onto the floor. Gently glide your legs into straight line. You can relax both your hands and legs. After each asana, you can relax for say 10 seconds, both the hands and legs, and then go on to another asana. Again, you can do 3 sets of these. There are complementary asanas to these that you do in the halasana, but we are not covering that today. We will go further. Pavan Muktasana, as the name suggests, flatulence release, removal of all the obnoxious gases which get generated with the kind of stress and the food that we indulge into. So again, into lying down position, we will be demonstrating one, then we will be doing it once together. So in the lying down position, Pavan Muktasana, raise both the legs together, fold at the knees, touch the chest part with the help of both the hands, bring both the legs, folded legs as close as to your body. And as you exhale, touch your knees with the help of the tip of the nose. This Pavan Muktasana, all the bad gas gets released. Hold to the count of 10, normal breathing. As you exhale, gently put your leg back into sthiti and glide it back. Now we will do this Pavan Muktasana together. And the Sthiti, bring both your legs together, hands next to your body. As you inhale, fold both the legs at the knees, touch the chest with the help of the hand, press both the folded legs onto your body. As you exhale, touch the tip of the nose onto the folded knees. Count of 10, normal breathing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale. Release both the hand, come back, head onto the floor and glide your legs together. If you are not able to touch your nose, it is okay. Do not stress. If you are able to fold your knees only till here, it is okay. You can only be in this position and be doing it. Gradually, your flexibility would increase that you will be able to touch. But you should not stretch and unnecessarily painfully do any of this. The variation will be you can rock onto the floor. Okay, you can rock onto the floor because this will massage all the lower back muscles and the spinal muscles as well. But this is at a later stage that you can start with. Then we will go on to the best, most sought after asana, that is the Shavasana. Now, friends, Shavasana is, as the name suggests, that becoming a Shav. And I remember everyone looks forward to Shavasana. When early in the morning they are going for the asana classes, they are waiting when the session will come towards an end and when the instructor will tell them that we have to do Shavasana. So I have incorporated today this because I wanted to explain certain aspects about relaxation. Relaxation is the most important part of our yoga per se as a whole. So Shavasana is definitely you are lying down and relaxing all your body parts one by one, right from the tip of the legs till the tip of the head. So when you are doing a Shavasana, it takes around 10 minutes of total relaxation. So right from the tip, you start relaxing one by one. You start giving orders to it. You start relaxing each and every part, and you let it be breathing by itself without any movement. We are always on a move. We are always stimulated. So when you are telling your body to relax consciously, they listen to you and they start relaxing. So when I wanted this session to be held, it was for incorporation of these very fine tips that how to stay relaxed continuously. We are always speeded up. Our mind is always speeded up, always, planning, running up something or the other. But it should work. It should be functional. But at the same time, it should be relaxing. So Shavasana is a presentation of a physical way of relaxing. But friends, I want you all to be relaxing throughout the day, always, whenever you're doing your all function. So we will just relax for 2 minutes in this position and then we will go further. So continue, just lie down on the floor of your body, lie down on the floor completely and loosen up your body and bring the legs apart, the hands apart, facing towards the sky. Leave the entire body loose. Relax the foot, relax the palms, relax the calf muscles, the knees. Just follow my instruction, friends. Relax the thigh muscles, the hips. Relax the entire abdominal zone. One round of Akara. Inhale. Relax the abdominal muscles, the lower back muscles, the middle back muscles, upper back muscles. Relax the tip of your fingers. Relax your palm. Relax your wrist joints, your forearm. Loosen your elbow joints. Relax your upper forearm. Relax, loosen your shoulder joints. Relax your clavicular bone, your chest. One round of Ukara. Inhale. Relax the neck muscles, the nape of the neck muscle. Relax the mandibular part, the lower lip, upper lip, maxilla, nostrils, cheeks, the eyeballs. Relax your eyeballs. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your frontal sinus, the crown of your head, ears, all upper part. Relax. One round of Mahakara. Inhale. Relax your entire body. Om. Inhale. You can continue to lie down in this position for 10 minutes in routine. Today, because our session has its limits, we just demonstrated to you what a Shavasana is and how it should be performed. We will go further. With Kapalbhati, we will be skipping Kapalbhati Kriya because it has a lot of restrictions. I'm not seeing you all and doing it. So I would prefer to do further pranayam of Nadi Shuddhi or the Anulom Vilom as it is famously known to you all. I will demonstrate it once, then we will do one session. So friends, the Nadi Shuddhi is cleansing of the breath or exercises. Pranayam is the ayam of the pran, of the breath. So Nadi Shuddhi we will be doing is Anulom Vilom. You might have always heard about it. We are going to take the Nasika Mudra. First two fingers you are going to turn. This is the Nasika Mudra. We will close down the right nostril. Always it has to be done. This Nasika Mudra or the hand is supposed to be taken with the right hand. Very, very specific point. And you have to close the right nostril first. So this is alternate nostril breathing. This particular pranayam you can do any time of the day. There are no restrictions. So you close the right nostril. You inhale with your left nostril. Close the left nostril with your fingers. Exhale with your right nostril. Then inhale with your right nostril. Close your right nostril. Exhale with your left nostril. This makes it one round of Nadi Shuddhi. This is balancing of the ANS and the PNS, the autonomic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. So this is very, very scientific. Nadi is you are not able to see. The left and the right nostril you are able to see. But Nadi is what our body is made up of. The left Nadi, Ingla, Pingla. Ingla is the right nostril, Pingla is the left nostril, the Nadi, but you are not able to see. But this particular act will balance the Ida, Pingla and the Shushupna Nadi will be activated. So we will follow this one round today at a routine, you're supposed to do 9 rounds. So to my patients, I give them a prescription of 9 rounds of Nadi Shuddhi in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. This is my prescription. Like how we prescribe Combi-Flam and antibiotic, Augmentin. Similarly, I write on the prescription paper to them because it balances, it eases them. So for my surgery, this is one of the preps. We will start now. Nasika Mudra, first 2 fingers closed, folded, right hand. Close your right nostril. Let us start. Inhale. Close your left nostril. Exhale through your right nostril. No jerky movement. Very, very gentle, a velvety breath. Inhale from the right nostril after exhalation. Close the right nostril. Exhale from the left nostril. Feel the ease, feel the relaxation you feel entire on to your body. This is Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, 9 rounds. Shall we do one more round? Okay. Right nostril. Close your right nostril with your right thumb. Inhale from your left nostril. Close your left nostril. Exhale from your right nostril. Gentle smile on your face. Inhale through your right nostril. Close your right nostril. Exhale through your left nostril. And you continue such round. That was 1 round. You continue such complete round 9 times. This is an excellent pranayama. Just like water, how water can be used for everything, anytime. Similarly, Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama can be done anytime, morning, even when you are traveling, when you are waiting in between the patients. You can sit or continue to sit on your dental stool and just do it. Your entire body, all your autonomic nervous system will be balanced. Believe me, this is the truth. When I'm talking to you, I'm telling you, these are all researched things that I'm talking to you. So your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system is in coordination. Both the nostrils should be active. All these things happen. Now, second is again a very important pranayam is the Bhramari pranayam. As the name suggests, it is removing the sound of the female honeybee, nakara. How the humming of the honeybee is. This sound you are removing, you have to touch the tip of your tongue onto the palate as you are exhaling. So you have to put all the senses which are there, that is the eyes, nose, mouth, ears. You are supposed to close it and do internal dwelling. With these vibrations, you are stimulating all the cells of your body and healing them. So how do you do it? This is Sambhavi Mudra. Shanmukhi Mudra, I'm sorry. Shanmukhi Mudra, you close your ears, eyes, your nose, and your lips. This is closed. Okay? This is Shanmukhi Mudra. If you don't want to do this, you just keep a normal Padmasana Mudra, Jnana Mudra, and keep it on your knees. And then close your eyes. Put the tip of the tongue onto the palate. And as you are exhaling, remove the sound nakara, nakara. Okay? I'll just demonstrate it once, then we will do it 5 times. Shanmukhi Mudra, close your ears. Inhale. Tip of the tongue touching the palate. We will do this 5 times. You take the Shanmukhi Mudra or the Gyan Mudra. Close your eyes. Shanmukhi Mudra. Tip of the tongue onto the palate. Inhale. Second round. Inhale. Third round. Inhale. Fourth round. Inhale. Fifth round, last round. Inhale. Again, routinely you can do it. You can do it in your clinic, in between the sessions or after completion of your session, as and whenever you want it, even while traveling, when you are traveling in your car, train, wherever. Nadi Shuddhi and Brahmari are the pranayam which has no restrictions of food, that it should not be done so many hours after food, and all those, no restrictions are there. Both the pranayam you can do anytime, anywhere. So please incorporate this as a part of your life. Yoga is a way of life, not just a session of asanas. So now we will go further. Dhyan, I will just explain to you. Dhyan is concentration and relaxation. That is, concentration is you are going and seeing inward. You are dwelling inward. So it's Shravan, Manan, and Dhyan. You have to go inside and dwell on it. So it is a very good habit to do Dhyan or meditation in the continuation of your sessions of in the yoga asana sessions, or even before going to bed at night. It is a very good habit if you could incorporate a dhyana practice into your life. Now, Sankalp, after doing the dhyan, after asanas, pranayam, you are doing dhyan. And then Sankalp is the positive affirmation that you need to tell yourself at the outset of the day, at the beginning of the day, even before going to bed. If you do this Sankalp, you have to do positive sankalp 9 times. These are all scientifically researched number of prescriptions that I am mentioning. So 9 times after dhyan, if you are telling yourself, do not say negative sentence like I will not fall sick, I will not do this. No, you should say positive influencing sentence like I am beautiful, and short and crisp sentence. Do not make it too elaborate or frilly. The mind and brain is in a ultimate relaxed situation state. It will absorb immediately. The universal power comes into play to act. वो बोलते हैं ना कि आपने इच्छा की तो पूरी कायनात जुट जाती है उसको सच करने के लिए. तो आपको वो पॉजिटिव अफर्मेशन अपने आप को देना होगा, तो फुल यूनिवर्सल फोर्स आ जाएगी उसको ट्रू बनाने के लिए. यू आर सपोज टू शॉर्ट ब्यूटीफुल सेंटेंस लाइक आई एम ब्यूटीफुल, आई एम हैप्पी, हेल्दी एंड सेटिस्फाइड, आई एम ग्रेटफुल. यू हैव टू बी फ्रेंड्स, यू ऑलवेज हैव टू बी ग्रेटफुल. to your life, the very existence, to whatever you have in life, you have to be grateful. It is a very, very important positive affirmation. I'm successful. I'm rich. You have to tell yourself that I'm wealthy and rich, monetarily and healthily, health-wise. I'm grateful and all my wishes are fulfilled. You have to say that they are already done. Your wishes are fulfilled. Then I am joyful in living. Such kind of short affirmations you can create yourself and affirm them 9 times after your practice. So you can do that after the closure of our session. We, in this scope, we don't have time to be given for this, but I have explained to you all so that you can incorporate it in your further practice. And we will end this session with a beautiful Shanti mantra, because you have to understand one thing, that if you want to be happy, the environment around you has to be happy, healthy, and you have to pray to the universe for its happiness, well-being, for everybody's well-being. So it is granted. The universal force comes into action for making it true. So let us close this beautiful session with a Shanti mantra. You can sing at your own places. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kashid Dukha Bhag Bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskar. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. A very happy, very, very happy Yoga International Day. I'm so happy to IDA Mumbai West Suburban Raj, who gave me this opportunity to be with you all. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Seema ma'am. We are lucky to have you today on this International Yoga Day. It was a very nice session.
My pleasure. I hope Dr. Viraj, thank you, Aparna. Dr. Viraj.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. It
Good
was
morning.
a rejuvenating session for all of us. It was a very highly rejuvenating for all of us, and we are really blessed to have you on this important day.
Yes, ma'am. What is speaking?
And international yoga.
Thank you,
Seema. Thank you very much for a lovely
Thank you, ma'am.
session.
Thank you, Pankaj here.
Thank you, Pankaj. Much awaited, Doctor. Dr. Pankaj Desle.
Hi, Pankaj.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Friends, just 2 minutes. There's an official vote of thanks. Before that, if there are any questions and answers, please, you can post it or you can ask in just 5 minutes we have. Any
Hello?
questions? Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes.
Dr. Amruta.
Yeah, exhalation every time we should do through mouth or nose?
No, through nose.
Through nose only, exhalation?
Yeah, we are
Okay.
never only though there are certain pranayams where we do exhalation with mouth. That is the Shitali pranayam, that is the cooling pranayam.
Yes.
But otherwise, we are activating, and we want our nostrils to be active in exhalation and inhalation.
Okay.
Only
Okay.
in Shitali pranayam, we use our mouth like this. You know,
Shitali and Sitkari also, na?
Shitli, Shitkari. I did not cover because,
Okay.
you know, it is too vast for
Yeah, it is absolutely
so
vast. Absolutely
yes,
vast it
so,
is.
maybe battery. So we could not cover many things,
Yeah.
but in that we open our mouth and breathe, and we during exhalation we do it from the mouth, but
Mouth,
otherwise
okay.
nostril. Otherwise
Okay,
nostril.
okay. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much.
Thanks,
Any more
Arun.
questions? Dr. Seema Rathi, thanks a lot, ma'am. The very specific point and the best part of this yoga session was, you know, all the asanas and everything was really tailor-made for we dentists.
Yes.
It
Yes,
was
yes.
really tailor-made, and main thing is ये सब sessions, ये सब जो आपने बताया, ज़्यादातर you don't need to, you know, spend time specifically for these things. Majority of them, जब हम patients के बीच में wait करते हैं, दो patients के बीच में, we can definitely do these things like neck stretching में है, वो सब है, so we can definitely, time and again rejuvenate ourselves between the next patient who's going to turn up in our clinic.
Yes, yes.
Waiting
We
area
can
के time.
incorporate. Yes.
Yeah, we can definitely incorporate this thing. So it was real great session, ma'am.
Thank you.
And friends, I think so. Dr. Seema Rathi's number is been with everybody. She's a famous one of the divas in dentistry. So,
Thank you.
so any more doubts and questions, you can definitely directly contact her. She'll be more than happy to help us all.
Yes.
And I would like to thank Dr. Seema Rathi on such precious day to share her knowledge apart from dentistry.
Yes.
And I would also like to thank our CDE convener, Dr. Jashan Arora, who has been organizing the Zoom meetings regularly. Our CDS convener, Dr. Amish Bhatiwala, to get in touch with Dr. Seema Rathi and specifically Dr. Amruta Wadekar to
Yes.
suggest the name of such a good yoga instructor, Dr. Seema.
Because any other yoga instructor, they don't know dentistry as such.
Yeah, that is what meant. She
So
was the
this
best person to
combination
tell us.
is actually very good for us.
Yeah, and all you participants would have been really benefited from her lecture. Thanks a lot, and we will be definitely looking forward for more and more such sessions on
Yes.
maybe different other topics in future.
Yes, definitely would like to associate because I've done my MSc in therapy in the sense it targets into specific diseases like there are certain line of exercises only for endocrinal problems. There are exercises only for cardiac patient. There are certain asanas and there are particular sets of asanas that can be done. So we can always in future organize our lectures regarding the particular topic. This was a universal topic we covered. So I would love to get associated with the beautiful branch. Thank you so much.
Dr. Seema, Dr. Ma'am, Seema ma'am, can we have a 1.5 hour full session of only on the theory part of it, not the practical?
Yes, I would love to. I would love to. It's what happened that people get bored listening to theory. I have so much knowledge that I can share. I'll be so happy.
Ma'am, frankly speaking, your share screen, your PPT presentation which you have made was not at all boring, I suppose. None of us it was like sort of what you were doing, we were able to see on the share screen, on the PPT presentation. So I don't think so. And with your level of knowledge and everything, none of the participants would get bored.
Yeah,
yes,
Seema.
We'll definitely work out for a 1.5 hour session on the importance of yoga in dentistry.
Yes.
The topic may be importance of yoga in dentistry.
Thank you so much. I would love to make a good module and present it.
Yeah, so we'll definitely work for it. Yeah, we'll definitely work for it. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and I would also like to thank my son Vyom Rathi, who arranged all these arrangements.
Ma'am, can he come on screen? Ma'am, can he come on screen?
Vyom, come on screen. They are calling you. Come. And Akshay Rathi all at the background. All people are helping me out. Come here.
Vyom?
Yes, ma'am. We got a glimpse of Dr. Akshay sir for a second.
Yes, he is also very much there. So I am never alone.
Good morning, Dr. Akshay.
Good morning, Akshay sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Vyom, thank you so much for your inactive participation in direct.
Vyom, was it
Yoga
alright?
is stimulation and relaxation together. So active, inactive, but together it comes as a team.
Yes, ma'am.
Vyom, were we able to arrange it properly?
It was very well done. It was very
Superb,
well
na?
done.
Because you had certain doubts about the presentation being simultaneous. So I just
Yes,
asked you
because
whether it was-
the two camera coordination. Yes, doctor.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we end up the session today. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bye.